it's tough. Starts are something we're trying to kind of clean up right now, and I mean, I like the way we respond. We respond well. We know when we make mistakes, and we kind of got to crawl back, and we don't curl up. We kind of, I guess, excel in a way when we're down. So I mean, it's good that we're doing that, but got to try and have better starts for sure.
What do you say about Jake Allen's performance today, especially when you guys are down 3-1?
I mean, past 3 games he's been a brick wall, and you know, I think we got to give a lot of credit to him, and he's making a lot of huge saves at huge moments in the game. So he's been great. Hopefully keep it going, and maybe we'll give him a little bit more help, a couple more games here. So.
For Sean Monahan, this is, I mean, I know you guys had a winning record before he got hurt last season. I would say it's a different team with him, but just what is the biggest difference he makes when he's in the lineup?
I mean, I don't think he really gets credit for the little things he does. He makes so many good plays, and I mean, you see him, he's basically playing every D-zone face-off, and he's, I think, our best face-off guy, and all the little things he does, and he's such a good guy for everyone on the team, for the young guys especially. He's such a good leader, and you know, just someone that you can definitely lean on, and you can tell he's been in the league for 10+ years. So it's awesome to have him healthy and playing for us again. So.
What were they doing early on, maybe in the first 2 periods, that give you guys trouble to maybe have some looks and take some shots?
I don't know. I think they weren't doing anything too crazy to us. I think it's just some of the mistakes maybe we were making, and maybe hurting ourselves a little bit. And again, that's stuff that we'll clean up, and we've got to clean up. And again, I'm glad we're being able to come back in these games and then come out with a win. But definitely got to clean up on some things. But win's a win. So.
We don't know what the extent of the injury is at the Matheson, but how tough is it just mentally? You're out, Sabar's out, Black's out, and now another one.
Yeah. No, it's tough. Again, I've said it before. It's hockey. There's injuries happen. Hopefully, it's nothing too crazy, and we get him back here. But yeah, no. Just this young guy's got to step up in his place, and then we will. And I know we're ready for that. So obviously, never want to see a guy like that go out, but we'll step up in his absence.
Kaiden, what bring some offense?
You know, we kind of addressed some things in the first period, and obviously not the start we wanted in the second, but I thought we did a good job coming back and kind of regaining that momentum. And yeah, Jakey stood tall, made some really big saves for us.
Played with 5D in the third and overtime. More responsibilities, but as a group, it feels like everyone was ready for the challenge.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us have kind of played with each other at some point, so yeah, I think, you know, everyone felt pretty comfortable playing with whoever you were out there with, and yeah, I mean, I thought we did a pretty good job in that third period.
Nick just mentioned, he said, sometimes I don't realize or I don't remember that our decor is young, which means that you're doing a great job in a way, right? Are you proud of the way things are going for you guys right now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, all around, I think we have a pretty young team. Yeah, especially on that back end today. But yeah, proud of the guys, and you know, kind of the way we were able to, you know, lock it down back there. And yeah, Goals and Harry were great in overtime. Goals had a big block there in the third. And yeah, nice to get that win.
Kaiden didn't seem to miss a beat really, even though he was out for a few games, 4 games, I think. How tough is it to come back in the lineup and have that kind of performance to keep your confidence, even though you were out for?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Yeah, Goals look great. Yeah, I love playing with him, and yeah, he looked great tonight. He obviously skates incredibly well. Got up and down the ice great. He was good in the D zone, great puck decisions. So yeah, excited to hopefully get to play a few more games with him.
How many times are you going to replay that in your head?
20 minutes. You get 20 minutes in your home barn where you can get momentum and you can build some confidence, and obviously that happened the last 2 nights here, and find ways to win games. And obviously sometimes you're not going to win all the time in overtime and shootouts, but luck's been on our side right now, and kudos to the guys.
I know on a personal note, how do you stay sharp after a few games there where you're not in there, now you get back in there?
Yeah, it is what it is. With a 3-guy system, it's not going to be perfect all the time. You have to embrace it, you have to accept it, and you have to understand the plan in the weeks ahead and almost map out your week and try to stay as sharp as you possibly can and be ready for your start. So I'm not sure when my next start's going to be, but it's just sort of the mantra that I think we all should have. Here, the 3 of us since the start of the season, and be ready when called upon. So it's been impressed with the other guys too, how they're handling it right now.
You guys had a winning record last season before Monahan got hurt. What impact does he have on this team that makes the team better just by having him in there?
He's just a great hockey player, for one. I know his injuries have been obviously his curse in the last few years, but I played against him a ton, in the league when he was with the Flames, and he was a hell of a hockey player there. And he's quiet. He comes to the rink every day, does his job. He's especially with a guy like Docker out, obviously this minutes and his importance is that much more vital to this group. But to have a veteran centerman who's played a lot of games in this league is really important. A guy who can win draws. He's been exceptional this year. That from my perspective on draws, he fills the void in front of the net. He does what it takes for the team, and he fits in with this group really well. He's an older guy, he's been in the league, but this group he gels very well, and I think that's a big reason why he wanted to come back.
Suzuki was saying that sometimes he tends to forget how young the decor is, which I guess is a good thing that he forgets. Yeah. You forget too sometimes when you see them play in front of you.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. That's a great sign. But it's their plan. It's like I said, I think a couple of days ago. It's not always going to be perfect, but they're filling the void very well. I'm really impressed. They're getting confidence, and even a guy like Kovacevic I thought he stepped up and played great last year from really an unknown for a lot of us, and he's only getting better every game, and obviously his minutes are going to be going up here without Savvy. So, kudos to those guys. It's fun to play behind them and see how far they can get this year and how far they can grow.
Jake, when you from your vantage point,
Thanks, Jake.
you guys have. Bonsoir.
Salut Martin. Il y a bien des équipes qui auraient probablement cassé après les 2 buts rapides en deuxième période. Parle-moi de la réponse de tes joueurs face à cette situation-là.
Ouais, là, tu sais, c'est pas un début qu'on avait planifié. Mais faut que tu continues, faut que tu avances, tu peux pas. c'est plate, commencer comme ça, mais tu as beaucoup de temps encore. Là. Puis là, il faut vraiment que tu serres la vis défensivement. Puis c'était pas vraiment défensivement sur des jeux-là. C'était un petit peu mauvaise décision, là, mais j'ai aimé notre bataille encore. T'as cherché un gros but sur le power play en deuxième qui nous a donné un petit peu de vie. Puis la troisième a été le fun à regarder. Il n'y avait rien de parfait, là, mais on a trouvé une manière.
Martin, Kaiden Guhle n'avait pas joué depuis une dizaine de jours pratiquement. Fini avec plus que 25 minutes en raison de la blessure à la
Il était reposé.
Mais qu'est-ce qui t'impressionne de ce jeune-là? Aujourd'hui, il était impliqué offensivement, défensivement.
C'est partout. Ouais, tu sais, c'est comment qu'il se comporte sur la glace. On dirait qu'il est toujours à la bonne place, au bon moment. Même des fois, on dirait qu'il a l'air battu un petit peu, mais non, il l'est pas. Il a un bon hockey. Il y a des bons détails dans sa game. C'est un excellent patineur. Non, il a joué un excellent match. Puis quand un joueur comme ça il revient, t'as pas des grosses attentes. Mais on sait c'est quoi qu'il est capable de faire. Puis des fois, quand tu reviens, ça te prend peut-être 2-3 matchs. Mais Goose, il avait l'air d'un gars qui avait rien manqué.
Martin, M. Suzuki disait des fois j'oublie, je regarde jouer la défense, puis ça, des fois j'oublie qu'ils sont si jeunes, que notre D-squad est si jeune que ça. C'est un compliment, j'imagine qu'il l'oublie. Parce que tu vois ça, toi aussi, des fois tu te fais la réflexion de leur niveau d'expérience ou leur maturité ou leur façon de jouer, peut-être entre guillemets en avance sur leur âge, ou ils apprennent vite, disons, avec les
Oui, mais tu sais, ils sont jeunes, mais tu sais, comme. Des fois, c'est juste un chiffre, ça, l'âge. Ils ont une maturité, je trouve, qui fait pourquoi ils sont capables d'avoir un impact à cet âge-là. Fait que, non, ça part tout avec eux autres. On les encadre, on les aide et tout, là, mais c'est leur engagement, leur éthique de travail, leur attitude. Non, je suis fier d'eux autres.
Martin, on dit souvent que c'est pas facile quand tu as 3 gardiens qui doivent se partager le travail. Puis là, ce soir, encore une fois, 45 tirs de leur côté, puis Jake Allen qui s'est dressé beaucoup. Est-ce que tu es surpris de la qualité du jeu devant le filet, malgré le ménage à 3 depuis le début de l'année?
Ben, peut-être, oui, surpris sur ce côté-là, comme tu dis qu'il y a 3 gardiens, mais je pense qu'on a confiance à nos gardiens, puis on sait qu'est-ce qu'ils sont capables de faire. Je pense qu'on est plus organisés, on les aide plus en avant. À soir, ça n'a peut-être pas paru, là, mais en général, là, depuis le début de la saison, je trouve qu'on est plus organisé pour les aider. Mais c'est quelque chose, ça, tu as tout le temps des différents défis. Tu joues différentes... systématiquement, il y a des équipes qui vont être un petit peu moins difficiles à jouer contre dans notre zone que d'autres, parce qu'ils ont beaucoup de mouvements. Mais en général, je suis content de notre progression, puis je pense que ça l'aide nos gardiens. Mais oui, c'est une grosse raison pourquoi on a le succès qu'on a là, c'est parce qu'on a les arrêts clés.
Marty, 2 games in a row now, your team has killed off a penalty late into the third and into overtime as well. What have you seen from your penalty kill when the game's been on the line and your team's been shorthanded?
Yeah, they've been clutch for sure. I felt tonight it's probably the best that we've killed from start to finish. I feel last game there's 2 penalties we almost killed it all, and they score late in it. And tonight I felt like it's something we address each and every day. I think we talk about, how to make sure that we get a little more detailed into our how we want to play, and there's a lot of conversations and engagement from the players, and it shows. We're spending a lot of time on it.
That was 4 penalty kills, and you guys only allowed 2 shots against. What kind of impact did Guhle and Armia have in that? I know it's everybody, but those 2 guys specifically in that situation, how much of a factor were they?
Oh, I think I mean, all the guys that killed tonight, they played a big part because you just need one guy that's just not doing his job, and it's something bad's going to happen. And I thought they were all. We want some key face-offs, and there wasn't many bad reads that they made, and they did their job. And you know, there's some gray, you know, and we're trying to have conversation with them to help to get rid of the gray that's more black and white a little bit, and I think we're getting closer to that.
On a specific penalty kill on the Armia goal, the one where Guhle kind of had that good stick and then skated up ice. I mean, for him to have that kind of a tying goal early in the third, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that penalty just expired.
It was just about to expire. By the time they got up ice, the penalty had expired. But just for him to be able to process everything that he saw and take advantage of it.
The play starts with his feet. He separates, right? He finds a way to separate from a wave of players. So now he's got time and space, and you know he was very patient with what he did, because he could have went to the left, but I think he saw that the player cheating on the left, and he just he let it evolve. And sometimes when you let it evolve, nobody's going to say that it's a bad play to pass. I think it was Jakey that was with him, right? Nobody's going to say it's a bad play to pass it to Jakey, but is there something better? And sometimes when you let the play evolve, there might be something better, especially when you're in space. You know, and that's what he did, and he made a great play.
His understanding of situational hockey at his age, is that something that stands out, or did it just stand out tonight, or like is it?
No, it has. It stands out for me, and I think sometimes Goose does stuff, and it's like, oh, I didn't know he had that. You know, because he's still so young, and you know, we don't have 500 games of viewing, you know, of what he's, you know, what his experience. But like, there's some games you're like, okay, I didn't know he had that, you know. And tonight, with that play, to me, was one of those plays that young players might have felt the pressure, and you know, might not made the best play. They would have made a hockey play, but you know, the best players find the best play, especially when they're in space.
Martin, qu'est-ce qui fait en sorte que ton équipe n'abandonne pas et remporte ces matchs-là? Tu disais tantôt qu'ils sont excitants pour les fans, mais qu'est-ce qui fait en sorte qu'ils abandonnent?
Ben, je pense que une des grosses raisons, je pense que c'est nos fans, c'est le building, qui nous donne un petit peu de la confiance, de l'énergie. Je pense que c'est une grosse... Puis les gars sont fiers de jouer ici au Centre Bell. Je pense que c'est un groupe qui s'aime. C'est un groupe qui veut aller à la bataille ensemble. Fait que je pense que c'est un petit peu de tout, là, mais ça part de jouer dans un building comme le Centre Bell avec les fans qu'on a, puis on prend pas ça pour acquis.
Marty, before Sean Monahan got hurt last season, your team had a winning record. You're winning again. I know it's a team effort, but what is it about Sean Monahan that helps the team win games?
I mean, he just plays the game, you know. Like he makes a lot of great reads on the ice on both sides of the puck. Great on draws. You know, he can kill, play the power play. You know, there's so many things, but to me, he's a hockey player. He's not someone who just plays hockey.
Took a bit of extra time just to make sure that...
Yeah, honestly, I stay so far away from that room, but I have full trust in how they're conducting themselves and the decisions they make. So I'm not surprised. And I fully trust how he decides the decision that he makes. OK, merci beaucoup.